Taking a look at water quality and phosphorus, we have a lot of questions. What is phosphorus? Where does it come from? Why is it an issue? And how did it affect this small town of Patterson? We're going to take a look at Patterson and why and understand more. So, the first question is phosphorus and where it comes from. Although several pollutants are concerned for water quality and the NYC reservoirs, phosphorus is a particular concern. Both phosphorus and nitrogen are naturally occurring nutrient essential for plant growth. However, there's a much greater supply of nitrogen in the environment, phosphorus being the nutrient least available and easiest to control. It's considered the limiting nutrient in algae and plant growth. Phosphorus comes from many sources: soils, weathered minerals and rock, decomposing organic material, car exhaust, failed septic systems, and atmospheric deposition all contribute to the amount of phosphorus in the watershed. Then we have the Croton Reserve System. The New York City water supply system includes a watershed of 1,969 square miles across 8 counties, north and west of the city: Westchester, Putnam, and Dutchess on the east side of the Hudson River, and Delaware, Greene, Schoharie, Sullivan, and Ulster in the Catskill Mountains west of Hudson. The watershed provides drinking water to about half of the state population, including approximately 1 million people in the upstate communities, 8 million New York residents, and hundreds of thousands of commuters and tourists. The system delivers some 1.3 billion gallons of water per day. That's a huge amount. Just fathom that. There are also thousands of private and public wells within the city's watershed. There are 4 reservoirs in the Croton system, whose watershed extend into Patterson: the Brook Bog, the Diverting, the East Branch, and the Middle Branch. In fact, 100% of Patterson's approximately 21,000 acres, or 32 square miles, lie within one of these 4 reservoir watersheds. The reservoirs for these watersheds are located in the town of Southeast. The largest of these 3 watersheds is the East Branch Reservoir watershed, which comprises approximately 91% of Patterson, and the other 3 watersheds are of Brook Bog, the Diverting, and the Middle Branch Reservoir watersheds, which together comprise the remaining 9% of the town of Patterson. Now, the total maximum daily loads, or TMDLs, is a method of assessing compliance with water quality standards based on the established water quality guidance value. It establishes allowing loadings for pollutants, which can be allocated among the various pollutant sources, such as wastewater treatment plants, forested areas, or agricultural lands. A TMDL is a sum of waste load accumulations, WAL, for point sources, such as wastewater and treatment plants, and load allocations for non-point sources, such as stormwater runoff. In addition, a margin of safety, or an MOS, is included in the account for relationship between the uncertainty between pollutant loads and the quality of receiving the water body. Although TMDLs can be calculated for any pollutant of concern, it has been calculated for phosphorus only, since phosphorus is the limiting nutrient and therefore the pollutant of greatest concern. In reports released by the NYC Department of Health or the Department of Environmental Conservation, the East Branch Diverting the Middle Branch are receiving more phosphorus. They all are. To maintain healthy lakes, reservoirs, and to comply with TMDLs, the existing amount of phosphorus from non-point sources in our watershed must be reduced. As we can see here, rainwater pools on the side of a roadway as an example. So this is a very good example of why phosphorus can be an issue, even though it is a useful nutrient, and what to do about it. But how do you know if it's in the water? How do you know the levels of nitrogen? You have to test it, and that's why it's always a good idea to test for levels of nitrogen and phosphorus.